Ulikna! Rift Ulikna! Lava!
Moonbeam.
Yeah.
Disintegrate you.
How may I help? Lava!
What? Moe Ixiana.
How may I help? Lava beyond sea!
Let's go.
I'm almost dead. Throw a heal at me. Okay, so if we go over here, will the eyeless not see us?
You're not getting through me.
Alright, so... Disintegrate.
Need something?
I need you to cast Moonbeam.
What?
Get shield up.
How may I help?
Big shot.
Lava
Disintegrate.
beyond sea!
Another bless.
Following your lead.
Summon your ogres.
Ixiana.
Yes! Now, how am I going to do this? So I gotta hit the crystal. Are they eyeless over here? I don't need any surprises. I don't know where they came from before. Maybe because I took too long? No way up. Okay, let's go back over here. Almost everybody leveled up, which is good.
Yeah. Right.
All right, here we go. I think I'm 14. I think. I could be wrong. An enormous crystal juts from the wall like a spearhead protruding through. Army of reflections stare back at you from a crystal's perfect facets. It echoes the sound of your footsteps in soft ringing hums. Yeah, if I can get max level. I don't know if how easy it is to get the max level. But I believe 16 is after what from White March added. Someone will have to take up Abaddon's hammer and strike. And Andra warned whoever will do so will be buried. Wait, I'm gonna try something. Will this work? I got... Oh, wait. I must be in combat for that. Oh. It's a way to get myself in combat? If there's a way to get in combat. I can't summon. I was hoping to summon these guys. Maybe I can't. Can I cast a spell? I was hoping I could get that to work. If I could summon one of these guys, it would work. Well, let's do our level up. You're still going with athletics. We're going to leave you. I don't have enough. Yeah, we're level 14. Grants apprentice sneak attack. Self, 15 melee damage, 15 range attack damage. Allows a character to imitate a brutal opportunity strike attack and rogue sneak attack. Take advantage of your opponents while they're the most vulnerable. So as this, I believe, is... for sneak, you're never really sneaking up there. Never. While wielding a single-handed melee weapon, on some of the attacker hits are converted to crits. You're my tank. Or will. Fortitude. It's +5 deflection. Do that. I can't put any more in. Oh wait, we're doing survival with you. Damage. Summon Swamp Spore. %40 attack speed, 10% damage reduction, 50% interrupt for 42 seconds. Oh yeah. Binding. I will do that. You feel like it's endgame? See, well, this is just the expansion that I'm working on right now. Still do stealth for me. Stasis shell? What am I supposed to be getting at? Stasis shield. Cypher is able to isolate a single enemy. I don't know if I want to do that though. It's ringleader. Dominate charm. Body attunement, is that one of them? Yeah, body attunement was one of them I wanted to get. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll just do that. Offense. So, marksman? +5 accuracy against distant enemies. Yeah. That. Endurance. Can't put any more in mechanics yet. No. Yeah, we'll do wound binding. Alright, Aleth, here we go. Can't put any more in lore. Delayed fireball. Own grasp warding staff. Stuff that adds deflection and pushes enemies away. The hobbled effect. The summoning itself also pushes everyone, including Alec. Oh, I don't like that. No. Substantial phantom? Yeah, let's just do that. Offensive spells. Or no, it's just not offensive, so class. Well. Venom Strike. Oh, is that melee? Yeah. I don't know if I like any of those. More endurance. Users 3 might, 3 con, 25 attack speed. Negative 10 deflect. No. I don't need my squishy people have less deflection. They die quick. Well, I could put a debuff on them. We'll do that. More deflect. Plus 50 deflection for 13 seconds. That's insane. Okay. Since I can't summon these guys because I need to be in combat, and I don't think there's a way I can get into combat.
Steady does it.
I might have a deer do it? He's gonna need health, right? God, though, do I want my tank to do it? I'm not sure how this is gonna work.
Yes?
What if I summon? Can I summon someone else to do it? Can I? He can't summon.
Yes?
Because I don't have any points.
Hmm?
I don't think I summon humanoids that'll do it. I think we're gonna have to bite the bullet. Alright. Do a deer.
Best 2 out of 3?
He looks up at the ceiling the moment, takes a breath, and looks back at you. Nods resignation, or resigned.
Figured my days were numbered. At least now I got a good cause.
But through the game itself, I'm close to the end, I believe.
You make sure you come out of this alive. See this thing through. Don't lose your mind. I want to come back and haunt you. For old time's sake.
Perfect, clear tone. rings through the air, resonates through your teeth. Seconds later, ripples shiver through the water. Something big is coming. The deer lifts the hammer again and gives it a final nod. You scramble out of the flooded cavern and flee through the tunnels. The deer continues hammering through the crystal, each strike magnifying the last. The echoes build to physical tremors. Meanwhile, the heavier rhythms pulse through the cave, footsteps, dozen of them. Around the corner, you only see a line of eyelets advancing. The creatures stagger and the rhythm of the hammer thuds below. Yet they crane their necks towards you, ratcheting back their piston arms. Mirror image. Who's casting it? Well, Aloth. Aloth's likeness appears along the tunnel. The eyelets roar and lunge fruitlessly at the image. Dodge. You sprint past the distracted monsters. Fortunately, the creatures are too focused on the hammering to give chase. They continue toward the cavern. You do remain steady tempo on the crystal. The eyelets gather in the cavern where they batter the walls in time as the hammer rhythmic blows. The ground shakes, falling rocks shatter, crystals splash to the ground. You flee through the dark, rumbling corridors. More spellbinding eyelets shamble along, but too entranced by the swell cadence take more than idle swipes at you. The tunnel narrows, light filters through ahead. The exit must be around the next bend. But it's clogged with rubble. Meanwhile, the ground drops several feet at once and the tunnel begins rolling on its axis. Distant sound of rushing water echoes from the cavern. Cast Windstones. Hervas. Conjures a boulder and hurls them into the blockage. The hit crash rumbles down the tunnel. Open sky shines through the gap. The moon shudders again, and you escape the ice as another thunderous crash sounds from. Eyelets continue pouring through to the cavern from every visible tunnel and crevice. And your ears ring ever-glowing cacophony of smashing rock and shattering crystal. Meanwhile, the water level is rising. A skull-splintered crack rends the air and surge of water knocks Idir from his feet. Please don't tell me he dies. I hope not. I'm counting on his large amount of hit points. If that matters. I don't know. The entire cavern rotates, plunges Idir into the freezing soup of jagged metal, torn flesh, and stone. You dash across the lake. Ice squeals and crackles, rocking dangerously underfoot. The sinking moon groans. Long fissures race across the ice. Yeah, we'll do a chant. Arcana. The words fill you with vigor and you speed ahead while the ice cracks harmlessly behind you. At last you reach the safety of the shore. In the middle of the lake, only the tip of the moon is visible above the ice. You watch in silence as it sinks into the depths. A deer fights through the wreckage of the crumbling moon, feeling the cold only distantly. Its draining process, but a deer's limber muscles and mighty lungs are up to the task. A deer finds the ghostly light at the surface and swims towards it. Oh, if that's the constitution we need, he just hit it. At last he reaches the shallows. He punches through the thin crust of ice and crawls ashore, trembling but alive. Ooh. You stand at the edge of the lake, bobbing in the ice and ripples in the water's surface. Slows you until you look at the moment frozen in time. When the world begins to move once more, it moves in reverse. The surface of the water turns and boils. Wait till it's done. It's about to spew something up, and it does. The fragments of Ione Brother rises, unbroken. Ice reformed across the surface of the lake, spreading in long, freezing fingers. Eyelets file out of the fragment into the ice. They wind up in the moon, ever-widening spiral. Oh, they're all going inside it? They stop As they head for the line reaches you, they speak in a single voice that resonates, grinding metal and hissing steam.
We shatter and sink, discarded like worn tools. Why have you consigned us to oblivion?
That would be my response, so I have it on there too. Ah! You would have destroyed Cadnua, Durgan's battery, and more. Or you would have killed many innocent people. I like that one.
We do not cherish violence, but we will fight to defend the legacies of this world.
Isla stands tall, ratcheting their arms back.
In one hand, a hammer. In the other, a mace. We protect the greatest works of civilization, lest it collapse beneath its own weight.
Then why did you storm Durgan's battery 200 years ago? The process is sharp and squealing metal.
We would sooner sacrifice our own bodies than dislodge a single stone from such a place. Why do you torment us with baseless accusations?
Andra changed you from preserver to destroyer. The eyelets are still, but you hear the gears whirl. Collective spirit ponders this.
Then we were betrayed.
Yeah, you were transformed against your will.
And we were made to betray something we cherish.
You feel a bitter agony, like a hammer strike. The legacy of Engwithans, you mean?
The bedrock of civilization.
Suddenly, they attack the ice beneath them, slicing and shattering with the mighty swings from their iron arms. And where the ice breaks, ancient towers rise, blotting out the blue sky, white peaks. Andra wanted Engwithan. What is this?
Each culture builds on the bones of the last. Yet many only look up at where they would go, never down at the foundations that bear them. Like a mason who builds a listing tower.
The remaining ice sheet cracks and grows.
What peril do they inflict on their progeny? And what dishonor on their forebears?
Hear the strains of crumbling stone of the islets.
An argument I've had with the Lore College. Now I have divine counsel in my favor, and I can hardly present it as evidence. How frustrating.
Betrayal of memory upsets you greatly?
It is accepting a gift only to spit in the face of the giver. Every advance in the crafts and institutions of Kith was forged by skill and sacrifice.
You feel these words and anger behind them.
A people cut off from their history will wither, and they deserve no less.
What do you suggest?
To pull the blinders from the eyes of gods and Kith. That is why we must return to ourself and restore Abidan.
Oh. Boy. What do you mean about returning to yourself?
When Ione Brotha fell, Abidan lost much. His will to preserve the memory of how and why he died. But he built us with fragments of his own soul. In returning, we can restore what was taken from him.
Perhaps he was meant to forget his past. Some knowledge is too dangerous for this world. He laughs at me.
A facile argument. One that defends stasis, not progress.
Andra said, Abaddon's memory would threaten the peace between the gods.
Just as fire clears dead wood from a forest, struggle makes way for new developments.
Flame rolls across the ice. It dies away. Clumps of melted ice. The towers rise higher.
Conflict is part of progress.
Taller these towers.
Peace and ignorance is not worth keeping.
Man, I don't know which one. Animancy has made no progress, yet it's responsible. Don't want to blame Animancy, though? We're gonna try it. I'm gonna see where that takes me here.
And yet you persuaded the Duke to allow Animancy to continue unfettered. Do not condemn knowledge when it becomes inconvenient for you.
Know it. I said my piece? I don't think I convinced him. I don't want to shut the White Forge down, I don't think. You were part of the Leathern Key. Surely you understand why some secrets need to be kept. I said my piece.
And we have listened.
Let's make Abaddon. Let's get him. Very well. Reforge yourself.
We shall see this world and its people restored.
Great wind shoves you back. Your ears pop, and you feel a moment as if the air is being sucked from the sky. You're gonna piss Andra off. Yeah. Suddenly, it ends, and you're standing in the snow, looking over Karen's scar.
The Eyeless disappeared beneath the lake, their bond to Andra finally severed. With this threat ended, hope returned to the White March. Hunters returned to the wildernesses, and travelers to the roads. Tales of the Watcher's bravery replaced stories of monsters in the woods. The villagers of Stalwart busied their hands with work and their tongues with song, eager to seize on the promise of peace.
Okay.